Hello. Welcome back to Vanilla Sky Tarot. At today's session, let's have a read about the question, why did they ghost you? Yeah, this will be mostly non-romantic reading for today. Maybe I'll do another part of more friendship romance themed reading about the same thing, ghosting. Why did they disappear? But today, let's ask generally if this is business, work, or whatever, I don't know, more casual, non romantic orientated, then yeah, this could be for you today. Why did they ghost you? What made them just quietly exit from your life without a word, without an explanation, no nothing, right? So yeah, we'll have three piles: Buddha, kitten, and small chocolate bar. And yeah, let's start with pile one. So what happened? What's up? Why did they ghost you? The situation overall, three cards. My deck is upside down, so lovers, choices, options, lovers, Knight of Cups, Four of Cups. I would say that yeah, this situation is has lots to do with decisions, preferences, choices. With Page of Cups, yeah, this is Page of Cups. I would say that from their part, the one who ghosted you, from their part, this was mostly an emotional decision. They really maybe followed not statistics, they followed not things that was written on the paper, maybe your experience, education, and things like this, your success, your formal success. I think that they made something more irrational, something more like spontaneous, and they just decided to follow their gut feeling, whether they're going to hire you or make a business with you. In this case, they just picked somebody they kind of felt more inclined to. I don't know, maybe if this was a work interview, I would say that your personality bored them maybe a little bit. Maybe they are the kind of company or people who really wants to get involved with somebody who would be coming to work, making little chit chats with them. Because I know a lot of people are hiring for those reasons. They just want nice company, more nice company in their company, nice people around them to communicate with. This is what they are more interested to hire than somebody extremely good and professional. As kind of as funky as it sounds, I know that some people are hiring or making business with those motivations. And I'm sensing that in this case there was something like this. This person who ghosted you, or the company, or the collective, they just were quite passionate in the nature, passionate in their approach. They were quite spontaneous. They just decided, on the spot. Are they feeling connection with you or they are not, right? They are really guided by gut feeling, liking, almost they were looking for some type of a spark with this person, more than professionalism, maybe more than trackable experience. They were looking for chemistry. Yeah, we can say this: professional chemistry, professional personal spark. And with you, they were really, in fact, impressed by your data, by the statistics, by everything you told them, but maybe they were just looking for a little bit different personality type. Let's ask, what were their impression of you? Fool is reverse. That you definitely are not a beginner, that you know what you're doing. You've been places, you've seen things. This is not your first rodeo or whatever, not your first picnic, not your first nothing, right? You've been around, you've seen situations, you maybe changed several workplaces in this area. If you're talking about business, they have no doubt that you've handled many things with bare hands, that this is not something you are not capable of handling, right? And they saw you almost like a magician, you know? They were looking at you thinking, he's a good one. They know what they're doing. They know your stuff. They can almost do magic. They're almost like a wizard in their field. They are so capable. They are so good. Also, with this Knight of Swords, they got the impression that no matter how good and professional you are, maybe this Knight of Swords characteristics is extension of your expertise, that you can really charge forward with your opinions when you feel there's a time. You are not really shying away to expressing your opinions. Maybe you're not very shy even around so-called authority. You are a bit blunt. Yeah, and I would say that maybe this was the main factor why they really decided to go for somebody else. Maybe they want somebody softer, even somebody less experienced, somebody who is not so pushy, who is not so well informed, who is not so opinionated. Somebody they would be able to mold to their needs, maybe a little bit. Because your character, the way you work, the way you talk, the way you present yourself, your character, your professional or business attitude is very well settled, right? It's almost that you know the rules, you know your best practices, and it's almost like, well, guys, this is what it is. I know I'm good. I'm going to show you guys how it's done, all right? And if they wouldn't be okay with your approach, I think that you won't be shying away from letting them know that you are going to play somewhere else, right? Maybe this was the biggest factor, that they thought that maybe we are better off doing our business with somebody who is more fun, more flexible, more willing to bend by our rules. I'm sensing something like this. And yeah, and was this really an easy decision for them to make, to really ghost you, to go for somebody else? I'm really sensing that this decision was almost made for them. I'm feeling that those people who really were talking with you, weren't really the ones who made the final decision, unless you were really talking of some, I don't know, CEO or somebody, because the emperor, the boss, the big boss himself is making the appearance, and it is at the house. The boss of the house, the king of the hill, right, came out and made this decision. So it was almost definitely decision of this one main guy who said, Oh yeah, she's very good, she is amazing. You, that means, but I think that in this particular case, we would be really better off hiring somebody a bit softer, somebody with little bit of demands, little bit less of character, little more like team player, as this is maybe the term they are using. But yeah, I think that they just opted for somebody maybe who has little bit less to offer, but also demands less, somebody more comfortable. So let's say it like this. So yeah, this is what I had for pile 1, in case you were wondering what's up. Why the hell did they really ghost you, disappeared, right? This was for our pile 1. So yeah, hello, pile 2. Let's ask them this dark and mysterious zombie tarot. Why the heck? What's happening? Why did they ghost you in professional and business-like situation? As I said, yeah, maybe about romantical stuff. Let me know, guys, if you're interested, and I'll make another reading tomorrow. But today, let's see about pile 2. Pile 2, zombie tarot. Why did they ghost you professionally? What happened? What happened? Let's see at the situation. 6 of Wands. Everything was so good, right? Everything was so good. The victory was almost yours when 2 of Swords appeared and mixed everything up. 2 of Swords. Somebody else slithered in, or some other factor slithered in and put everything under a question mark. You already thought that this is done deal. This thing you are wondering about, whether it's a business project, job, grant, or whatever, that it's already yours and you already put it in your bag. But out of nowhere, this kind of the process got stretched out. Everything, the good news, the closure got really delayed. And you found out that there is actually another kind of another choice they're making, another interview, another, I don't know. The process just got delayed with 2 of Swords, and some more factors came into the play. And with 7 of Hazards, probably you were waiting for the reply and it just took much longer than you expected, and you already lost all your patience and whatnot. This was the situation, that they really decided to take another look when everything for you was already so close. It was already official when something came in and messed everything up. Let's ask why. Why still? Why cards? Why did this happen? Why did they ghost you? 8 of Cups, they really went the hell away from you. Why? 5 of Wands, competition. Queen of Hazards. Let's ask what the heck this Queen of Hazards is all about, because we are really seeing with 8 of Cups decision to move away because of competition, because of arguments, because of a challenging situation, and it's caused by some Queen of Hazards. 6 of Hazards. I'm sensing that there are 2 main scenarios. If this was the job, I would say that one scenario would certainly fit few people here is that there is some lady which came back unexpectedly. I don't know, maybe she was on, let's say, maternity leave, and she decided to come back, and now they had to give this job position to her instead, because this is like, I don't know, demanded by the law, they almost had no way around this. So they were almost like, oh, this position is open no more, this person is coming back, and we are giving it to her, because this is what's required by law. Or also another interpretation is that some another person, this Queen of Hazards, slithered in, and she offered something, demanding back something less. So basically, yeah, her offer was, she almost made them unrefusable offer unexpectedly in the last moment. Somebody really they couldn't say no to. Let's ask what else was there. Because this Queen of Hazards person really, she made herself seem really unrefusable. And also, yeah, also she had a way to really, I'm not saying this in a bad way, but she had a way to really mind trip them into thinking that she also has something additional to offer than, let's say, you. Say you maybe only had amazing records, amazing work experience, this and that, but probably this person said that she's almost coming in to offer some amazing deal. Say, I don't know, let's say that you're working for some, I don't know, insurance company, right? So you were asking about this job position, and this person comes in and say, oh, but if you hire me, that all my old clients and all my information about my previous employer is also going to be in your domain, right? So there is something practical, some practical data, some practical client list, some practical clients who are actually following me from the previous place. So this would be really big advantage for your company. So really they looked into her offer and they really bought into that, because this was almost something like unrefusable offer. Because with this Page of Swords, I'm sensing that there was some circulation of information, circulation of data, maybe even gossip, maybe some information which wasn't really put in written, but which was really exchanged almost unofficially, and they decided, oh, we would be really foolish to really let this new person go. So they opted to go for her, Queen of Pentacles, instead. Let's ask cards if this was an easy decision for them. This ghosting, you think. 8 of Wands. I'd say that, yeah, this was quick decision, and I quickly decided to go and settle somewhere else. And if this is really a situation when you never heard back from them, I'm really sensing that, yeah, they make this decision quick, and they just, the next 5 minutes, they were already busy setting this whole new landscape up with this new person, and they almost never bothered really to let you know about all this kind of thing. They were almost like, oh, we are so excited, our hands are full of all kinds of new exciting things, and we almost have no time to let you know about what's happening. I'm just really I'm really curious to ask, was this type of a decision, was the decision they made as they expected? Did it really turn the way they expected in the end? How was it with this Queen of Hazards business and them? What happened? Did they make the good choice, Chariot? Oh, Seven of Swords. Oh my god. Yeah, interestingly, that I really had this intuition that I need to ask about this. Yeah, they really jumped into this decision, jumped right, straight head in. They moved very quickly. They just, with this chariot, they charge forward. But as you see, this is something like, yeah, the last trip with the coffin didn't end quite good. And with the Seven of Swords, as you see, there is this lady kicking the guy down the stairs. No, they really, in the end, received a good kick in the butt in the end. It really didn't expect the way the way they anticipated at all. They really got greatly screwed over because they rushed into too quick. They weren't cautious. They really didn't check the data. They got too excited, and really their thrill, their overexcitement, their emotions got the best of them, and they really found themselves in a hot water in the end. So yeah, interestingly, this is what I see for for pile 2 and your professional ghosting situation. They ghosted you because they opted for somebody else, but little did they know. For pile 2, thank you for watching. And hello, pile 3, the ones who chose this, thank you for flying little funky bar of chocolate. I'm going to ask cards. I'm going to ask this Vampire Tarot. What's happening? Why did they ghost you? Professionally? What happened? What happened? Why did they ghost you? Let's ask in the beginning, what type of situation was this when this ghosting occurred? Queen of Wands, Six of Cups. A Hanged Man. Let's ask what's this Six of Cups is about? Four of Wands. There was a situation when somebody almost came back from their past, right? Somebody they know quite well, somebody they deem quite high already, somebody who is like Queen of Wands, right? Unforgettable, charismatic, powerful. This type of a person came back unexpectedly into this situation, and everything completely changed its direction. They completely changed their plans, and they just opened their hearts and their doors to their offices to this person who came back. Yeah, I would say maybe this could be somebody in the management position who worked there before, or who worked there in some another position. There was collaboration with this person before, and then this person went away or went ahead to explore something else, and now unexpectedly this person is announcing, yeah, that they are done with exploration and they are willing to come back. And the ones who ghosted you, they got so overexcited, they were almost jumping from joy, and they just couldn't say no on all the plans they made just previous day. Weren't so important for them no more. So yeah, naturally they really decided to accept this person with their hearts or arms and office doors open. I don't know what it's for whoever is watching this video, but for, I don't know, where I'm working in a marketing company in my day-to-day job, and this thing is happening all the time, that management level people are bosses, sometimes they are exploring some other work of opportunities, and they, after, I don't know, year, they just decide to come back. Yeah, so they're circulating just like that. So I'm sensing that something like this could possibly happen for you, pile 3. The past, the blast from the past reappeared. The High Priestess, the 7 of Wands. What was the question? Oh yeah, question about you. How did I see you? They saw you like really somebody who knew what they're doing, very full of knowledge, very intuitive, good not only with data, not only with your day-to-day actual work, but also the one who can see almost through other people's soul, who see people's motivation, who has almost this healing nature, very high level advanced soul. Maybe they even could see this. With 7 of Wands, somebody who is really capable of answering all the challenging questions, somebody who is really capable of pushing their agenda in a good way, especially if this is this type of a job where it's required. Somebody who really can find the best arguments for their case. Yeah, somebody who can really work independently, stand their ground. With 8 of Pentacles, somebody who is quite diligent worker, somebody, yeah, who really is not afraid to put in work. So yeah, they were really looking at you thinking, oh, she's good, she would be really good, she is not afraid of work, she is dedicated, she is attentive to details and all this type of a thing corporate people love so much. They probably really also checked your work or business records. They were impressed. Also, I'm getting the impression that they didn't think that you are job jumping. They really realized that if you like what you're doing, if you like the workplace, you're really fixated, you're putting all your attention to the one place and you're giving your best. This is what the impression they got from you. Yeah, but still this another person came back and they switched their course. They navigated away from you, no matter how amazing they thought you were. So let's ask, was this an easy decision for them to really turn their backs to you, naughty ones? I would say that no, for a while, for a little bit, they felt kind of bad about this. Especially, I'm sensing that there is one person, one woman who felt a little bit hurt. That probably she will need to write you bad news, and she was like a bit disappointed on your behalf. But I'm sensing that they quickly changed the course and got over it, and I just charge ahead with this kind of with this chariot, right? They just went ahead, went ahead, went ahead. They left you in the dust, I must say. And let's ask, what about this Page of Cups? Because I'm sensing that at least one person, maybe a younger woman, felt a little bit disappointed about their decision to not to give you the green light. What we need to know about this person? Seven of yeah, they kind of felt bad about this, but then they kind of were telling themselves, oh yeah, well, this is what it is. I just have to do this, and I'm really sensing that maybe she got so so uncomfortable that she had to let you down, that in the end she said you nothing, and she just distracted herself also with something else. So she was overwhelmed with her day-to-day tasks, and maybe subconsciously she kept putting away replying to you because she felt really sad that she has to tell you no. I don't know why I'm really tempted to ask for you. Was this for your actual benefit that this option didn't work out for you? Was it good for you? Because sometimes, some things can look very amazing, but in the end it's much better than we don't go there. They're better off without us, and you could be better without them. Eight of Swords, Eight of Cups. It also talks about going away. With Eight of Swords, I'm really sensing that you felt very confused about the fact itself that no, they are not replying. This in a way really messed you up in the head. You really felt like you are in some type of a mental labyrinth, that maybe you were wanting to reply them, but to ask them what's up, but you didn't want to be too pushy, and it was almost like a little bit of depressive episode for you, because you maybe hoped really for the best to be there, and eventually you moved away. And yeah, with this one of Ace of Wands, I'm really guessing I'm guessing that when exactly when you decided, when you felt this is enough, that you are cutting the mental cords with this situation, that you are not even losing sleep over it, you are not even depressing and tossing and turning at night, wondering why the heck they are not replying to you. That almost exactly, maybe, I don't know, a few days past, when you let it go, when you felt almost as your body, this situation is bothering you no more, this was exactly when some new amazing opportunity almost found yourself. And this was everything you wanted, something even more creative, more exciting, much better adventure for you came in exactly when you mentally let go all this unholy mess, right? When you stopped worrying, stopped bothering, stopped agonizing, dying inside about this unfair ghosting situation. This is when magic happened, and boom, Ace of Wands appeared in your life as from nowhere and made you happy, I believe. So yeah, this is what I got for pile 3 about your ghosting situation. And also, if you are interested about romantical ghosting questions, yeah, please let me know. So tomorrow I would make another tarot read regarding romantical ghosting issues on all your questions. Thank you, pile 3.